Hi everybody, and welcome to my first official edition of That's Right, I Said It. I say it's the first official edition because I've been doing these in my mind for days on end and finally got around to putting it on tape and posting it for the rest of the world to see. However, I'm going to go ahead and make a disclosure. Don't watch this. This may alter your opinion of who I really am and what you think of me. So just go ahead, turn it off. Don't watch it. You don't want to see this, okay? It's going to be a little bit raw, real for me. Some of my friends may call it, man, he went GB on this one. But anyway, one thing you might want to know is, I recently took an internet stress test, and after I slowly, gradually went through the test, trying to answer the questions as honestly as I could, I learned that my results was a little high. So, yes, I am a little stressed. You need to know that, and that's why some of my information I'll share will come across, hopefully mostly humorous to you, sometime a little startling, and, you know, every once in a while a little shocking. Gosh, he actually said that. That's why I call it, That's Right, I Said It. Anyway, after taking the test, it says that, you know, a good stress level would be 1 to 15. If your score is 25 to 45, you may want to think of doing a few things to relieve a little stress. If your score is 45 to say 75, you have some stress in your life that you need to manage. If your score is 75 to 125, they advise you to get some help, professional help, get a therapist, or whatever you need to do to get help with to relieve the stress in your life. You need professional help at 75 to 125. Well, sad to say, my score was 325. So I'm more stressed than most. Just try to stay clear. When you're dealing with somebody that's this stressed out, you never know what they're thinking or want to do. But it is Friday, September 19th. I'm sorry, September 17th. And oh yeah, Friday's supposed to be dress down day for corporate America. So I'll go ahead and lose the tie. Bear with me while I lose the tie. I normally wake up early in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I'll watch a little news because the rest of the world doesn't really want me calling them and getting involved in their day at 4:30 in the morning. So I have to wait for the rest of the world to catch up. But besides that, I seen a thing on the news today. A guy, let's say his name is James, he went to Johns Hopkins Hospital, I guess trying to check on his mother. She was having some procedures or something done. And apparently the guy didn't like what was going on and got a little too upset. I would call it pushed over the edge. And because he was pushed over the edge, pulled out a gun, shot the doctor, went into the room where his mother was, shot and killed his mother, and then shot and killed himself. You know, I know the whole hospital situation was for his mother, but for some reason it turned out that he was the one needing more help than anybody. I really have two words for this situation. Unfortunately, it's kind of aimed at the doctor. Not totally the doctor's fault, but the doctors play a role in this. I know, I've experienced it myself. Those two words are bedside manners. Okay? I mean, come on, doctors. We recognize you guys as some of the smartest people in the world. You're doctors. You're making more money than most people. You're helping us with our problems, mostly medical. Man, get some bedside manners training. You know, I'm sure if this doctor would have approached this gentleman, and I'm being a little assumptive here. I wasn't there. I didn't hear what was said, but I'm just assuming that if he would have been kinder, gentler, more comforting to this gentleman, the gentleman wouldn't have shot him. If he was going to put his mother out of her misery and put himself out of his misery, he would have just went on ahead and went in the room and shot his mother and shot himself. But the doctor got shot. So I can't help but thinking the doctor maybe didn't have the best bedside manner. And I say that because, those of you that know me know that, we're experiencing sickness in our household. We had primarily 4 doctors that were involved in this whole situation with my wife, and the 2 of the doctors, very, I would say, poor bedside manners. My wife doesn't want to see 2 of them, and there's 2 of them that, unfortunately, I would have loved to punch in the head. When I tell and share with people some of the things that happened while we were in the hospital or in the doctor's office, I get a lot of response from my friends and people I share that with. Did you kick your butt? Did you punch him in the head? Did you punch him in the face? That kind of goes back to those 2 words, bedside manners. So hey, doctors, take a little bit of the money that you get, and I know you got to go through some kind of educational training. Talk to the doctor board. If they have to make it mandatory for you guys to get sensitivity training for your bedside manners, please do so. Most people, if they're facing you, they've gone through something traumatic. A little bit of bedside manners will go a long way. Next topic for today. The lady that apparently burned herself with acid. I hope you're getting all the attention you want. Because of the disfigurement done to your face, you'll probably get some for the rest of your life. Congratulations, you've achieved your goal of getting attention. Next topic, they got a 100-year-old guy that works at the post office. He's a building custodian. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but from my understanding of mandatory raises and your salary raises and your benefits, the longer you work on the job, the more money you make kind of thing. Man, this 100-year-old guy that, bless his heart, is driving himself to work every day. This guy has got to be the highest paid janitor in the world. Bless our country. The dude is 100 years old. He's still driving himself to work, sweeping floors, doing whatever he needs to do, probably entertaining his co-workers. Man, I'm glad you're 100-year-old and you can still work. But, kind of looking on the flip side of this thing, being that you're the highest paid janitor in the world, why don't you go ahead and turn in your adoption papers to the government, please? Go ahead and retire, get your retirement from the post office, which, from what I hear is in trouble. Have the government go ahead and pay you your Social Security or whatever, and take that and roll. From what I understand from the news that I hear every day, there's somebody out there that needs that job. Granted, I hope by now, being somebody that's probably worked most of your life, man, I hope you got money stacked up to the ceiling in your bedroom. I hope when people go in your house, you say, hey, don't go in that room. I'm doing something in there and it's not in good enough condition for people to see. Stay out of there. And you get people to stay out of your room that's got money stacked to the ceiling. But man, have a little bit of mercy on somebody else that needs that job, I hope you got enough money that you can live comfortably off of and you can help others. And maybe, just maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're still working because you got children or grandchildren, or you're taking your money and you're helping others with it. You're giving it to a local church so they can help feed needy people. You're taking your check and you're buying all these canned goods and stuff and taking them down to the food shelter so that they can people in the community can come get food. Man, if you're doing that kind of stuff with your money, keep your job, keep working. If you're shoveling that stuff back in that room, or you blocked off another room to shovel some more money in, man, cut us a break. Turn it over. And I guess that kind of leads me to another aspect of the economy situation. other people that have jobs they simply don't need. You don't need the money. You're not giving it to anybody else. Man, we are in a financial crisis. People are doing all they can to feed their kids and stop them from being embarrassed when going to school and deserting their homes. I mean, people that want to work hard, but they can't find a job. And unfortunately, you're part that one. I guess my plea is to people 80 and above, if you got a job that you don't need, give the job up. Man, go find some volunteer work. There's plenty of organizations that can use a smart, competent, able person to contribute to their organization. Volunteer at an organization. Man, please, let somebody else have that job. Those of you that are working 2 jobs in corporate America or whatever, the husband's got a good job, the wife's got a good job. Man, you're stacking up money and you're living large. Hey, I'm proud of it. Unfortunately, some people can use that money maybe a little more than you can. This might be a good time to take a leave of absence for a few years while others try to get on their feet. On the other hand, hey, if you like working, you need to work, go ahead, work that job. And share some of that wealth with your loved ones that need it. I know you got a sister that gets on your nerves because she's always asking you for $40, $50. Hey, tell her to send her electric bill to your house. Write that check, pay that electric bill, and man, you're not giving her money for crack, but man, she's got her electric bill paid at least. At least her kids are not in the dark calling you, asking you for a ride to McDonald's, So hey, have a heart. Let's all help each other, and let's not let greed continue to deteriorate from our society. Another thing, of course, those of you that know me and, man, for some reason watch this video, and most of you know I'm a Christian person. I have strong religious beliefs, but no, I'm not a religious leader. So don't send me emails that I won't read saying, man, you shouldn't have said that on there. I don't have time to do what I need to do. I don't have time to read your emails. So save yourself some time. I appreciate you watching, and if you somehow feel a little bit of sympathy for me in my situation with my stress level being at 325, go ahead and take a moment and send up a prayer for me. I don't know if you know this or not, very few do, but I've resubmitted our application to be adopted by the government, and we've put into that system. Hopefully they'll see to it to help us out, because unfortunately others that know my situation haven't decided to help. But anyway, y'all have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. Hopefully we'll have some fun and get some humor out of all this stuff. Have a nice day and enjoy Dress Down Friday.